What is happening, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is now Wednesday. Let's see, March 23rd, and we're live. If you are live with me, let me know in the comments where are you tuning in from. My name is Matt. If you haven't met, I'm the CMO here at Legendary, and we had a last second cancellation from a guest. So we're gonna improvise this morning, and I've got something cool to share with you about a little social cycle that many people don't know about, but is really, really key and important to know about. So we're going to talk about the nonstop social cycle. And it's something that's been happening now for a couple of years. And it can help you leverage the power of media companies basically fighting over you. Which is kind of fun. Imagine you're on a little date with all the social media companies sitting around a table and they're all fighting over you. Well, that's basically what's been happening for a couple of years. And I would say right now more than ever, it's really picking up. And so what I want with you is a little bit about how this works and how this is so important, both for beginners and also for more experienced marketers, especially for more experienced marketers. But as a beginner or somebody who's getting started online, maybe you're starting to create content, I want to share with you a little bit about how it's possible for you to take advantage of something like this. So what I'm going to do this morning is we're going to do a little mini lesson. It's going to be a freebie lesson, we'll call it. And I'm going to pop open my whiteboard, and I would like a little bit of engagement from you who are live. If you're watching as a replay, you can always tune in every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to go live to the whiteboard and share a little bit with you. So let me see if I can pull this open. And as soon as you can see my screen, give me a little thumbs up in the chat. Just lets me know that you can see this okay. All right, let me resize this a little bigger. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so let me see if I can bring. Okay, here we go. So give me a thumbs up if you can see that, or hit the like button. That's fine too. This is my little scribbly screen by the way, just in case any of you want a little tip. This is called sketch.io. There's a little marketing lesson for you. Sketch.io, you can draw on your screen. I'm also using a Wacom tablet. Maybe somebody can put that in the chat for me. It's a Wacom pen tablet. Where you can your screen. Some people think I'm a mouse wizard and I can draw all over using my trackpad. I'm not that gifted, but I wish. That would be incredible. Okay, so let me adjust my like this a little thinner. All right, beautiful. And then let me make this a little larger. All right, we're looking good. So this little nonstop social cycle, as I called it. Let me type this in. Is an interesting phenomenon that I've never seen happen in the history of social media until recently, until the last couple of years. I've been in this industry now for about 10 years, and this hasn't happened that I've seen in the last 10 years, except maybe until 2020 or so. So in the nonstop social cycle, basically, here's what's happening. Well, first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening in the social media world right now and how that should impact your sort of view on creating content and on and also on how you should go about your social media strategy. So the first thing that I want you to either write down or cement in your head is this, is that you are in control. And here's what I mean by this. Back in 2020, a little social media app, maybe you guys have heard of it, called TikTok, popped onto the scene. Okay, they showed up in the App Store and they became the #1 downloaded app in the Apple App Store. And up until then, I think it was Instagram and YouTube. Um, and those two were sort of at the top of the list. There was other ones that bumped up here and there, but TikTok just took them down and in a powerful way. So TikTok comes on the scene in 2020, right? And when TikTok comes on the scene, everybody thinks, oh, this is just a fad, or oh, this isn't going to last, or oh, this isn't going to keep up forever. But they stick around and they stick around. And suddenly, right? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, all these other Snapchat, all these other platforms are looking in on TikTok's algorithm and they're saying, okay, there's something here, right? There's something about this short form, specifically short form video content, that's really powerful. And so here's what happens. In the nonstop social cycle, these social media companies are fighting against, oh, the audio skipping. All right, let's try this. Hang on. Is it just the audio? Just the audio skipping? All right, let me see if I can fix this bad boy. Hang on. All right. How's that? Is that better? Audio sound better at all? Mayella says it's fine. Is it fine? Is it okay? Okay, it's better. All right. It might have been. It just been one of these chords. Okay. All right. So with these social media companies, they're fighting for your attention, and here's why. Can you guys type to me in the chat, how do these social media companies make money? Right? If Facebook signs up billions of users and they're all free accounts, how on earth do they make any money? How is it possible? What do they do? How do they okay, boom. Here we go. Robert's got it right here. Ads. Tom's got it. Ads. So what happens is they're advertisers, they purchase ads, right? So they buy ads, right? Do you remember that of Zuckerberg? At I think he was doing a Senate hearing or something. He was testifying and he goes, "Senator, we run ads." So the more, okay, check this out. The more people that are on their platform and the time that they spend on their platform, the more money that these social media companies, aka their shareholders, are going to make. You see with me? So it's important for Facebook and Instagram and Google and Pinterest and TikTok to keep you on their platform as long as possible so that they can make the maximum amount of profits from their advertising. So here's what's happened. Here's what's happened. They have started fighting with each other. They've started basically going to war with each other over your attention, and that includes you as a consumer, but especially as a content producer. That's why they literally pay you a portion of that profit. Like Google, if you're running YouTube videos, they'll do a portion of those profits of their advertising because it's your video that they're watching. So it puts you in control. And I think that's the first thing you have to remember in this whole deal is you have the power, you have the control in this sort of game, in this world that we've now stepped in, because so many social media companies now leveraging these short form videos the same way TikTok did over the last couple of years. And now you have the control, because if they're constantly fighting over each other, over your attention, as a content creator or as a marketer, you have something called leverage. right? What they're doing every day is they're waking up trying to make more better, more viral, right? They're literally fighting to get your videos to go viral, because the moment you go on TikTok and create a video that gets watched 60, 80, 100,000 times, you're hooked. You're like, "Oh my gosh, that was almost too easy. That was crazy." Right? Okay, so that's the first trick to this whole thing. Now I want to get in, what is the social cycle? Okay, so let me pull open a new page here. This social cycle. Let me draw this out on my screen for you. And I am not an artist, as many of you already know, but let me draw this little social cycle out for you on the screen so you can see it and have a visual that hopefully makes sense to you. So here's Facebook, and Facebook we know is owned by, or I'm sorry, Instagram is owned by Facebook. If you don't know that, now you do. Um, and then let's also put on TikTok here. Okay, TikTok. And then let's jump up to YouTube. All right, we'll jump over to YouTube. And then we'll jump over to Pinterest. All right. Pinterest, and then the cycle comes back. Maybe there's one more here, but we'll just bring this cycle back over to Facebook. So here's my point. Pinterest, there we go. Oh, did I go choppy? All right. How about switch my mic settings? Let me switch my mic setting over. There we go. Okay, the mic setting might sound a little sketchier now, but it shouldn't be choppy. If it's still choppy, then it's an issue with our stream and not with me. Can you guys give me some feedback? Is the audio back? Is it better? Is it clear? Does that sound good? Are we back? How's it working? How's it working? Is it still choppy? Is it still choppy? Is it my internet connection? All right. I don't know if this is a deal with my microphone or with my computer or what. So we'll see. All right. All right. Sounds like we might be back. Okay. It was my microphone. All right. Yeah. I only just bought a brand new microphone. So awesome. Okay. So you guys can all see this on my screen. All right. So here's what's happening. Let's start with TikTok. Here we go. We're gonna start with TikTok, and TikTok comes on the scene in 2020, and they've been around since way before that, but really masses started finding them and starting on their platform in 2020. Okay. And then what happens is, check this out. See how powerful this is. It goes over and YouTube starts implementing the short form video platform, or the short form video strategy that TikTok has done. And they make something called shorts. Okay. And then Pinterest implements these short video pins too. Okay. And then Facebook comes out with something called Reels. I guess Instagram technically launched them first, but now they're both fully live and fully working. So we've got this whole cycle coming all the way back. Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and all of them are mimicking or sort of modeling, right? After, they're all modeling TikTok. Now, that was just the first iteration, everybody. That was just the first iteration, is they start modeling after just the short form videos, right? But what happened is that YouTube, for whatever reason, they got the short form videos, but the algorithm didn't work as well as TikTok. So all the content creators stayed on TikTok because it was just working great on TikTok, right? Same thing with Instagram Reels. Some people could go viral on Reels, but some people couldn't. And it didn't seem like the algorithm made much sense. And so a lot of content creators were like, well, I'm sticking with TikTok because it seems to just be working better than anything else. But what has happened over the next few years is that this cycle has continued, right? So what did YouTube do? They picked up just a little bit more of the algorithm, and suddenly a few more content creators started going viral on shorts, right? They figured out where to put it in their app to make it more accessible, to get more views, and to blow that part up. Same with Pinterest. So what happens is over time, right? These Instagram reels for many people weren't going anywhere, and they eventually started to figure out how to work it into their app and then how to deliver more of those reels to get more virality, right? The same thing with Facebook, which is way more recent. And so what's happening is over the course of a calendar year. Now we're going to get into how can you implement this. This is just true. Okay? This is just true and what has been happening over the last couple of years. But in terms of like a calendar year, right? Let me explain this. Over the course of this calendar year, you might have quarters of the year where certain ones launch new features that help people go viral faster, help you, the content creator, go viral faster. And so here's let's say this one's Facebook. So in quarter one, now I'm not actually giving a real example. I'm just giving a broad example here. In January, February, March, everybody's going viral on TikTok, and so everybody's generating tons of leads and sales through TikTok. And then April comes around, and here's what happens. This happens in all of these marketing circles so frequently. In May, in April, May, and June, okay, what happens is Facebook starts to go viral. Facebook Reels are now the hot place where everybody's getting leads. And you know what people say in these months when this happens? Type to me in the chat. If you have a guess, what do marketers start to say about TikTok when this Q2 comes and everybody's getting leads, it seems like, through Facebook? What happens? What happens? What do people say about TikTok during this Q2? Oh my God, Brad. He's heard it before. Lisa's heard it before. It's dead. It's saturated. Oh my God, it's slowed down, right? It's dying. That they're shadow banned, right? Juanita's got it. It's TikTok is falling off. Yeah. Yeah, right? And you know what happens? You know what happens? Let me warn you of what's going to happen. Chevy for Buick dead. It's dead. It's dead. Here's what happens is marketers pay close attention. Please hear me on this. The marketers who are looking in Facebook groups, in TikTok, in social media comments, here's what happens. Everybody starts to run to Facebook in about May or June. Usually around June, the last part of that hot quarter, right? They run there, they start posting all their content. Maybe they get one or two viral videos, and then it starts to slow again because now we're moving into the next quarter of innovation. So what's happened is people start to say, oh my God, TikTok's dead. And they switch over, they change their marketing to go to Facebook and they stop with TikTok. But what you have to realize is that this is functioning not in linear history, but in cycles. It's not linear, you guys, it's cycles. So rather than jumping off the ship of TikTok, they should simply just attach a little Facebook boat to their ship, right? And not make their entire ship TikTok, but instead they should just add Facebook to their marketing, right? And keep going with TikTok. Because listen, people have said over the last year TikTok is dead. It's not what it once was. But every single freaking quarter, I see a new person pop into TikTok and go crazy viral, get 100,000 followers faster than I've ever seen, generate tons of leads and sales, open up a 5-figure a month business. And most of it's from TikTok. And it happens like clockwork. Now, it might not happen to everybody. Of course, it's not going to happen to everybody. But once their content maybe starts to slow a little bit, then what happens is they switch over to Instagram. Then they switch to Facebook. Then they switch to Pinterest. Then they switch to YouTube. Then they switch to TikTok, right? The secret, guys, lies in a strategy called, ready for this word? Write this word down. Omnipresence. All right, this is an important marketing word for you. If you've not heard of it, I want you to write it down. Omnipresence. What does this mean? Well, it first means that you create content or ads, but create some form of content. It can be organic or paid on one platform. Okay, one platform. All right. So you go out and you create content on one single platform, and you can repurpose this content all over the place. So personally, if I'm a beginner, I like TikTok's content creation platform a lot. I like their layout. I like how easy it is to create content on it. That for me is where I'm going to create content. Okay. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to create content on TikTok, and I'm going to do that religiously, anywhere 2 to 5 times a day. And I say 2 to 5 times a day just because that seems like kind of a limitation for me in terms of how much content I can actually put out that's valuable, good content. The other thing that and then what you're going to do after that is you're going to just simply download that, and you can use a little tool to remove the watermark with removed watermark. Okay. All right, there we go. You download it with a removed watermark. You can use something like snaptic.app or many other. Just Google search how to remove watermark from my TikTok video. That's it. You'll find a little tool. Snaptic is a good one. In fact, if anybody uses a different one, you could probably leave it in the comments. But snaptic.app is a website that you can use. Super simple. I've used it many, many times. Then what you're going to do is take that downloaded video. All right. And you're going to repost, meaning you're going to take that content, you're going to take it to Instagram, you're going to take it to Facebook, which, by the way, at this current moment in time, if you guys right now today, we're live here. This is March 23rd. We're live. Right now, we're seeing incredible traction on Facebook Reels. So I want you just to tune in and hear me out on that. That's a little tip. In terms of views being repurposed from TikTok videos, really huge growth, and also followers on fan pages. So Facebook Reels, Instagram use, YouTube Shorts. Name me some other ones. Do you guys have other places that you guys do some of this repurposing? What are some other places? Pinterest. You could go to Snapchat. I believe maybe you could go to Twitter. Removing the watermark is vital. You absolutely must do it. It's not an optional thing. You must do it. Okay, Clapper. If you don't do it, you risk getting shadow banned or banned entirely. So it's just going to be absolutely stupid if you do not do this. LinkedIn. All right. I don't know for sure about that, but I'm going to put it up there because you should look into it. So here's the thing. Look at this. You've got we just listed what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 platforms, 9 if you count the original. And you can take one single piece of content, post it to 9 different platforms. And now when we're going throughout this cycle that I talked to you about, where one leeches off a new feature off the other, and they start intermingling, and then they develop a little bit from the algorithm. Maybe one of their key engineers from TikTok jumps ship and goes to Facebook and shares some information, or they're in Silicon Valley and they're at some sort of meeting, and Pinterest snags something from Facebook over drinks or something. I don't know, but as they adapt and evolve, what's happening is they're fighting one another to get more eyeballs on your content, and they're fighting to keep you creating content on their platform. And so as this goes in this cyclical movement, what happens is that you now have the power to leverage all of these different platforms all at once. And no matter which one is hot at any given time, it doesn't matter because you're on all of them to start with anyways, right? So if one day Facebook wakes up and is like, oh my gosh, this is so hot. For instance, what I just said to you, I just said, you know what? The Facebook Reels recently on Facebook specifically seems to be going really viral. And the wrong thing for many of you to do would be to say, oh, okay, that's what's hot. No, because Facebook Reels might be hot for 2 months, but TikTok might be also hot at the same time. YouTube might be also hot at the same time. And if you're on all of those platforms, you get all of it, and you can compound all of that attention into one place where you can drive maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 times the leads, because you're never missing out on a viral moment on Facebook or on Instagram or on TikTok or any of these platforms. So my point here being, and hopefully if you guys can give me a little feedback in the chat, this makes sense. My point being, if you're beginning or if you're a more experienced content creator, you got to be on all the platforms all at once, all the time, because it's basically the same amount of work. Sure, you got to download, and sure, you've got to upload and figure that process out. But once you figured that process out once or twice, it's not that hard to continue doing that ongoing, right? It's not that hard to continue that process of downloading the video, removing the watermark, posting it to Instagram and Facebook. In fact, when you post it to Instagram, you can have it automatically post to Facebook. So there's one that's already done for you. Get it up on YouTube, get it up on Pinterest. Those are your main ones. All of the other stuff is additional platforms that you can put it on. But get it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. Those are kind of your main 5 places that you want all of the short, and I'm specifically speaking about short form content. That's where you want your short form content to be. All right. I'm out of breath. Now, this little omnipresence strategy is something you should be implementing for your content from day one. You should absolutely have this implemented from day one. The other benefit that this gives you, by the way, is that you can also, if you, let's say you build an audience to 50,000 on TikTok and to 40,000 on Facebook and to 80,000 on Instagram, and your TikTok happens to get banned for a day or two, which happens sometimes. It's happened to many people. So Sean says music from TikTok always triggers YouTube copyright claims. You can download your TikTok video before you put it on any music on it. So create the video and just hit download on it, and then go back and create it with the music. It's pretty simple. You don't have to put the music on and then put it in. You can just download it and then put it into YouTube, right? Erica, you can either find a a virtual assistant and pay them whatever, $5 to $10 an hour. If they're from somewhere overseas, they could comment on all your things for you or something like that. if you've got a problem with keeping up with, with how many comments you're getting, that's a good sign. I don't have any other tips that are super critical to that right now, but yeah, you can some of the platforms could be sensitive to the music. That's right. So you've got to go out, Google search, like, how do I take a TikTok video to Instagram and not get banned for music, or to YouTube and not get banned for music, that kind of thing. Right. So you got to figure that piece out. But my overarching point of this whole little mini training is that you take your content, you repurpose it to multiple platforms, and you're on every single platform every single day. That's the key. That's the trick. You got to be on the platforms every single day, creating content. Going viral or attempting to go viral, so that no matter which one's hot or which one releases a new update, you're always in front of it. You're always one step ahead of any changes like that can happen. So you guys got any questions? I can take just 2 or 3 minutes of questions, and then we'll wrap up for the day. And then we'll be back Thursday and Friday. Dave will be back hosting the show Thursday and Friday. While I take a few questions, I'm going to put this on the screen. In case any of you want a text message reminder, Wake Up Legendary should be a huge part of your life as a marketer, in your growth as a marketer, but also as your able to hear stories from people who are just like you, who are finding success after going through our training, or who are going through successful moments as maybe as an affiliate for us or something. This should be part of your everyday grind. And if you'd like a text message reminder every time we go live for this, you can text WUL to 813-296-8553. That'll sign you up for free text message alerts when we go live. So Gregory, I would just do it going forward. Just start now. And if you're not seeing any growth, I would create a new channel. Let's see. This is gold. Makes a lot of sense. Are these videos archived? Yeah. If you go to our Facebook fan page, you can see every single episode for the last multiple years. There's a lot of them. I don't know that you would actually want to do that, but here you go. The number is on the screen. The number is on the screen. It's text WL to 813-296-8553. This might be just a good idea to go back through this again. And yeah. A Pinterest training is almost ready. Yep, it's been recorded. We're re-recording 1 or 2 modules of it, and then yeah, we'll have a Pinterest training here shortly. Is it true of Facebook Reels that you can only use direct affiliate links or not? You do not ever want to use direct affiliate links on any social media ever. You only want to use your own funnel link. Make sure that you take note of that. Never ever put an affiliate link into social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram. That's the fastest way to get banned. So, all right, guys. Thanks for popping on today. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd. And thanks for popping on live for this little mini lesson. Go back, watch this again as a replay, take some notes, and we'll be back Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place. And as long as we don't have a guest cancellation, we'll have an awesome guest with us. Peace out, everybody. See ya. Have a good rest of your week and weekend.